It's Wednesday, the 8th of June. Good evening and welcome to Primetime News. I'm Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa. Leading our news bulletin this evening, President Dr. Hage Geingob this morning identified the country's green future as a catalyst toward rapid adoption of the fourth industrial revolution technologies while positively contributing to the global fight against climate change.
The solution lies in us increasing our technological skills and national capacity to co-design and co-create contextually relevant technologies across the various dimensions of our development, including application to healthcare, energy, education, defense, agriculture, Minister of Agriculture, Finance, Minister of Finance, Trade and Commerce, etc. Although we may not yet be the owners and developers of technologies at scale, we do own a very important aspect, the data or the data. The data is ours, and open data has become a sought-after capital resource with its own innate value. Unlocking information management systems and interoperability within the public and private sectors will inform smart and intelligence-driven development and governance. This is what we are striving towards. This is the direction in which we are heading. A green economy is defined by the United Nations to be low carbon, resource efficient, and socially inclusive, where growth in employment and income are driven by public and private investment into such economic activities, infrastructure, and assets that allow reduced carbon emissions and pollution, enhance energy and resource efficiency, and prevention of the loss of biodiversity and ecosystem services, unquote.
On to a somber story. Former Member of Parliament Ambrosius Kandjii died early this morning in the Gobaba State Hospital after a short illness. A family member confirmed the politician's death to the Namibia Press Agency. Kandjii was the former SWAPO councillor for the Katutura Central constituency and was National Council member for the Khomas region from 2010 to 2020. He was 49 years old. On to health matters. The Ministry of Health and Social Services has announced an outbreak of measles in the Omusati region. Isabel Bento, our correspondent in the Irongo region, filed this story.
According to a public notice by the ministry, 23 suspected cases have so far been reported. 14 cases are from a school in the Olukeketa village in the Otapi district, 8 from the Tandi district, and 1 from Okahau district. The ministry noted that out of the cases investigated, 5 were laboratory confirmed, while 1 was classified as compatible after testing equivocal and could not be retested due to prolonged onset of symptoms. The Ministry of Health and Social Services said some cases that have not been classified await results from the National Institute of Pathology. The document noted, according to lab reports, 4 cases were confirmed to have been linked to a school near the Namibian-Angolan border. In addition, 2 cases originated from the Omakange village in the same area. The ages of all confirmed cases is below 15 years, ranging from 5 months to 12 years. 4 are female and 2 are males. The ministry noted they are in a stable condition and none have been admitted in a health facility. Measles is a highly contagious disease caused by a virus of the paramyxovirus family. It is spread mainly through coughing, sneezing, close personal contact, or direct contact with infected nostril or throat secretion. The public is urged to maintain good hygiene and sanitation and, where possible, avoid overcrowded areas.
Nigeria's ruling All Progressives Congress Party voted today in key primaries to choose a candidate for next year's election to replace President Muhammadu Buhari. Michael Madimba reports.
No clear favorite emerged from the All Progressives Congress frontrunners vying to lead Africa's most populous country, including former Lagos Governor Bola Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, former Transport Minister Rotimi Amaechi, and Senate President Ahmed Lawan. The All Progressives Congress convention in Abuja took place 2 days after gunmen killed 22 people in an attack on a church in the southwest, a reminder that security in the elections will be a major issue. More than 2,300 All Progressives Congress delegates were voting to select a candidate to face 75-year-old Atiku Abubakar of the opposition People's Democratic Party in the February 25 presidential ballot. Buhari, who is stepping down after the 2 terms he's allowed in the constitution, arrived at the Eagle Square Convention Center on Tuesday evening before voting began very early Wednesday. Buhari said in a speech to the convention, "They must choose a knowledgeable, fair-minded nationalist with a very strong belief in the unity of the nation Nigeria and strength of character and purpose in order to steer the country forward." At least 3 would-be candidates backed out of the race shortly before voting began and assigned their delegate votes to Tinubu, an All Progressives Congress stalwart and former governor known as the Godfather of Lagos.
When we return, United Nations Chief Procurement Officer says only a few Namibian suppliers have so far won tenders at the United Nations. In our business news, mobile telecommunications giant MTC was named Namibia's most admired brand for the 3rd year in a row at the Brand Africa Award ceremony held recently in the capital. Shalva Wells brings us more.
MTC was named most admired telecommunication brand. Licky Erastus, managing director of MTC, told Nampa on Tuesday the company stands as leader of the Namibian household name. MTC has always been to humanize the brand so that it is relatable. He said they have accomplished this by being customer-centric, developing products and solutions that speak to people's needs, and having a corporate social investment drive that attends to and provides solutions to several social issues that affect people. He went on to say that as a true Namibian brand for and by the people, MTC is humbled by the recognition, and that his gratitude goes to all MTC ambassadors and the entire Awed nation at large for making MTC the most relevant brand for the past 27 years, and today the most admired Namibian brand for the 3rd time in a row. Brand Africa described itself as an intergenerational movement founded in 2010 to aspire a brand-led African renaissance to drive Africa's competitiveness, connect Africa, and create a positive image for the continent.
The United Nations Secretariat Procurement Division on Tuesday held a 1-day information sharing session at Otjiwarongo with different Namibian business representatives on how to tender with the United Nations. Our correspondent in Otjiwarongo, Mulisa Samiasa, filed this story.
The seminar was facilitated by the UN Chief Procurement Officer, Katarina De Bianchi, who is based at the UN Support Office in Somalia. De Bianchi in a remark said the objective of the seminar was to inform Namibian vendors of how they could participate in securing tenders from the different departments of the United Nations. She said only a few Namibian suppliers have so far won tenders at the United Nations, which necessitated the information sharing seminar. De Bianchi say the UN Secretariat normally advertises tenders where it seeks services to supply members of the UN peacekeeping missions in different countries. She said they normally look for services in areas of air transport, information and communication technology, building and construction, food catering, fuel supply, real estate, vehicle supply, financial and insurance services. De Bianchi added that the tenders are normally open to any capable supplier, as long as they are in good standing with the government or governing bodies in that particular country of origin, where the tendering company is based. The UN, according to her, does not give tenders to companies banned by any recognized organizations in the country of origin of that company. De Bianchi further explained to participants how their companies should register on the UN Secretariat's procurement portal website. The seminar was attended mostly by local economic development officers from different local authority councils and some representatives from the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Stay tuned for the sports news, but first your economics roundup and the weather forecast. An athletic-related dispute headlines the sports segment tonight. Henk Botha, the coach of Christine Boma and Beatrice Masilingi, said he realized towards the end of last season that certain things were not in line with the agent of the two athletes. Botha's statement comes after Newton Sport Agency, which is responsible for managing the two athletes, released a statement Monday evening stating that the athletes have found a new home with South African coach Henny Kriel. Here are the details compiled by Hesron Kapanga.
In a statement unveiled to the media Monday night, Botha said Bradley Anyu, who's Mboma and Masilingi's agent, is trying to get rid of him because he's standing in the way of Anyu, allegedly wanting to exploit the athletes. Botha said, "At the end of last season, I realized certain things were not in line with the agent of the two athletes, and I started putting pressure on him regarding certain issues in respect of my athletes' money." He added that when both girls were injured, the agent told him it would be better if they did their rehabilitation in Pretoria, but little did he know that he had false intentions of keeping the girls in Pretoria. About 3 weeks ago, Beatrice Masilingi called me to inform me she wanted to stay in Pretoria after recovery to train there, said Botha, who added that her intention of wanting to train in South Africa was because she struggled to train with Mboma. The reigning African Coach of the Year also stated that out of the two athletes, Mboma has never indicated that she wanted to join a different coach, and therefore, certain questionable conduct by the agent is in the process of being reported to World Athletics and the Namibia National Olympic Committee. She, Mboma, is not happy about the press release and will decide what her next steps will be. She returned to Namibia and will find a new medical team that can help her to finalize the rehabilitation of her injury, said Botha.
Cricket Namibia bagged 3 global awards from the International Cricket Council on Monday. Namibia was named International Cricket Council Development Initiative of the Year for its Ashburton Quetta Mini Cricket Program, the Capricorn Eagles for winning the Regional Women's Performance of the Year, and the Eagles men's team was named the Associate Men's Performance of the Year. Speaking to the Namibia Press Agency after the announcement of the awards, Cricket Namibia Chief Executive Officer Johan Miller said these awards are pointing in the right direction for Namibian cricket. Stand by for your sports roundup. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. Many thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and press the notifications bell to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and globally. From myself, Salima Shimwefeleni Masipa, and the entire production crew, it's good night.